Now, as you're all aware, the provisions of investment facilitation and export promotion services are vital in a market economy. Investment is pivotal in increasing economic production, to the provision of services, and to the generation of employment. It is a fuel for driving economic growth. If investment dries up, then economic growth will not thrive. Now, let me say, the development focus of our country is about creating an enabling environment for great private sector participation, for the full deployment of private capital, private equity, backed by sound policy, sound decision making, and the building of a framework, an investment environment that is conducive for investors, one that enables investors to make decisions in a more predictable manner. This is important. Predictability in making investment, facilitating the process, the creation of that single window through which investors and investment is brought in the country. Go Invest over the last 2 years has done a tremendously good job at not only promoting the opportunities in Guyana, but bringing investors in to analyze those opportunities and to look at those opportunities. There has been a great integration of the relationship between Go Invest, the Ministry of Finance, the Guyana Revenue Authority, and the Ministry of Tourism, Industry and Commerce. It is this collective effort in advancing government policy of creating an enabling environment for private sector investment, for capital formation, that has caused tremendous impetus and energy in the investment portfolio of our country. There are a few areas that we are targeting. You will see new expression of interest coming out soon. And we are asking investors across the world to participate fully. We mentioned already that we are examining a new bridge across the Berbice River that would allow continuous use of the Berbice River so that we can open up the opportunities throughout the river. We're looking at the launch of an expression of interest for a 30,000 barrel refinery. This expression of interest will be launched soon. We are looking at the auctioning of new oil blocks. We have already gotten tremendous response for hotels. We have 6 new hotels under construction, and some of the other hotels are now finalizing their designs to start construction. The stage is set. At the same time, we are advancing the training of our human resource capacity to meet the needs that the new investments are going to require from a human resource perspective. I want to take this opportunity to publicly congratulate Minister Onej and Minister Charles and the entire Carnival Committee and team. Tremendous work and vision went behind the development of this idea that is clear now will blossom into something massive for Guyana. We are also working in the next few weeks to design an annual program to position Guyana as a premier destination for entertainment and sports tourism in the region. We're working on modifying our horse racing to make it a premier regional event attracting international participation. working in the motor racing industry. I've already asked a team to reach out to the World Boxing Council to see how we can become a venue for World Boxing Council events. It is not an easy road, but it is a vision that we are pursuing to position Guyana beyond oil and gas. I said it before, that what oil and gas does is gives us the revenue to build the infrastructure to support the advancement and broadening of the economy. And that is what we're targeting. So today, this certification adds value to what we're doing. For the agency itself to be willing to subject itself to the audits to get the certification tells you about the dynamism. It tells you about openness. It speaks about transparency. It speaks about our desire to build systems that follow structure, and structures that follow standards, and standards that follows guidelines. All of these are important parameters in the whole conversation of transparency and accountability. That is why the IMF report spoke about the improvement in the overall architecture of the country in advancing and promoting transparency and accountability. This is what we want. Demonstrating to the world that we are ready to play on any stage. And we are ready not only to play on any stage, but we are ready to stand by the standards that the world requires. These are the small things that continue to add tremendous value to the Guyana brand. Very important. Government has been emphasizing private investment because of its catalytic role in economic development. In support of this objective, the government has instituted an Investment Act to provide guarantees to investors and to ensure a facilitative legal framework for investment. Nowhere else in the region is this type of protection offered for investors. Is there a clearly defined legal framework, legislative framework, through which investors' confidence can be safeguarded and guaranteed? In all of this, we have a responsibility as a country, as a people, to protect basic services. And that is why the local content legislation is important in this context. We as a people must come together and understand that there are certain services that we as a people, like any other country, like every other country in the region, must work to protect. The most recent example, our fisher folk. Look at the struggles we're going through. We have to understand the environment in which we're operating as a country and position ourselves, position the country to ensure that not only the environment is reflective of the vision, but the environment facilitates the accomplishment of the goals that we set. So it is on this note that I congratulate Dr. Peter Ramsaroop, the ministries, the staff, and all those who work tirelessly, the board, I see the Bureau of Standards here too. I see some very familiar faces, faces that seem not to age, for the work that you continue to do. Because there is a new level of activism too across the country in creating an environment in which standards, an important part of what we do as a country and as a people. So once again, thank you and congratulations.
The topic again is certification for Dr. Ramsaroop, witnessed by His Excellency and all who attended